Hey everybody, Chobot here in lovely Las Vegas. We're here for DICE. It's my first time at DICE and I'm very, very excited. It's like walking amongst gods in the industry. In fact, we bring some of those gods to you with one-on-one conversations, people such as David Jaffe from God of War, Ueda from Shadow of the Colossus, and Sid Meier from Sid Meier's Pirates. We're also going to bring you along and check out the red carpet at the AIAS Awards and have some conversations with the winners there. So let's go check this out. Matt, tell me a little bit about what you thought of Reggie's speech.
Well, actually I thought it was fairly predictable. We sort of knew what he was going to talk about, and he came out and he made all the points we thought he was going to make, including the reiterations of the Blue Ocean strategy, which Nintendo just cannot seem to get enough of.
I think it was interesting, offered alternative directions for the industry and for I think there's always room for innovation and new direction, and it was good to hear some of their suggestions and directions.
We need to grow the business. We need to get new people into gaming, and I definitely agree with them that that's how we will survive as an industry.
Like, weren't we promised something new in regards to this presentation? I mean, was there anything new that really hopped out to you?
Yeah, a couple things did come out. The big announcements were, of course, the news about the retail download stations, where you can get DS content, which is kind of cool. And also the voice over IP Metroid news, Metroid Prime Hunters for DS, is pretty big. I actually called Craig, who's our handheld editor, and told him about it, and he about jumped out of his chair. So it must be some people out there are going to be pretty happy about that. Personally, I thought, fairly okay news. It's not Revolution, so therefore I'm not totally blown away just yet, but I guess we're going to have to wait on that.
They're really focused, I think, from really a Japanese perspective, and in the Japanese market is really dominated by handhelds and cell phones, and to see how they're trying to grow that into the mainstream, I think it offers interesting opportunities for those people who want to go in that direction.
Do you think this is going to get the Nintendo fans, are they getting irritated yet over the fact that they keep getting promised revelations and yet none come to the surface?
Well, Nintendo fans, they keep hanging. That's what we do. And I think there's definitely some frustration, but we're going to hang in there, and E3 is going to be big. So.
Tell me a little bit about PC gaming. Do you think it's going to continue to grow and be a legitimate platform for games, or do you think that it's going to kind of start to peter off now that you can do stuff like Xbox Live and PlayStation 2 online and what have you?
Well, I'm a big believer in convergence. I think that as technology continues to evolve, as like you mentioned with Xbox 360, there's a lot more you can do with a console that you normally could only do with a computer. But at the same time, PCs, in many ways, in terms of memory, hard drive storage, I think there's still quite a few different types of games that you can still only do on the PC. So I kind of see them complementing each other, and then eventually over the next 5-10 years, what have you, them kind of being almost the same machine.
I think the main thing that it has over other consoles and other platforms is the continuous upgrade of hardware, the massive connectivity. It's years ahead of what the consoles have there. So I think there's a big future. But what I think reality, consumers are going to not care as much. Is it PC? Is it PlayStation? Is it Xbox? Is it Nintendo? They're going to say, what's the coolest and the easiest platform to use?
Consoles do best when you're socializing with people on the same side of the room as the user of the console. On the other hand, with PCs, that's actually the worst way to game. 2 or 3 people sitting around a computer playing together doesn't really work very well. Yeah. But on the other hand, because you're sitting really close to the monitor, you've got a much higher bandwidth input device, you're sitting in a chair, which is a more comfortable place for longer periods of time. And so that's the best environment, I think, for playing online games where the experience you're going to have is much more rich and much more communal. And so those kinds of games will flourish still principally for the long haul, in my mind, on PCs.
We think the PC will always be there. It's got great connectivity with the internet. It does other things besides play games, and it's always something you're going to have in your house. And when you get done balancing your checkbook or checking your email, you always want to play a game, so your PC's there to do that. But consoles are definitely where the excitement is right now, and it's great being part of both of those worlds.
More and more pitches I'm hearing, it's like, people are like, I want to make this game like a Jerry Bruckheimer movie, or I want to make it like a Quentin Tarantino film, or I want to make it feel like Saving Private Ryan. And so much of our inspiration that seems to be coming from developers and game creators is based on other mediums. And it's like, on one hand, it's kind of cool because you want to be inspired by things, you want to bring that inspiration to your work, but at the same time, it's like, where are those people in our industry that are creating games that are really more, I don't know, coming from more life experiences or coming from more personal experiences that aren't just sort of based on the latest and greatest blockbuster. So it kind of just worries me a little bit. It makes me kind of go, is that a limitation of the medium, which would be bad? Is that a limitation of the kind of people that we've brought into our industry in order to sort of be the creatives of this industry? Or is that simply a limitation of our lack of imagination? All three of those are kind of worrisome prospects. And so it's got me thinking, it's got me wondering, it's got me thinking about how I'm going to do my future work. And sort of, are there places that I can pull inspiration from that are still culturally relevant and still commercial and engaging to your average game player, but don't just feel like sort of a warmed up leftover of the latest action movie?
Hey everybody, we're at the Hard Rock Cafe for the AIAS Awards, which goes to prove that DICE isn't just about panels and meetings. No, it's about fun. Fun, people, and that's what we're here for games. And we're going to take some time to talk to a few of the winners and see just what it feels like to walk away with such a prominent trophy. So let's get to it. So you're hosting the event. How excited are you?
I'm very excited. It's nice when it's nice to be wanted. So
To be invited.
yeah, to be invited and actually to be asked to host. I'm a big gamer myself, so I'm excited. And they give you a little swag also. So I got some games that haven't even come out yet.
I've been traveling the world over the last about 2 weeks. So after the party, I'm going to crash and get ready for all the other business tomorrow.
So who are you rooting for tonight?
Well, I'd have to say Call of Duty 2. We've got
Yeah, you know, I should start all my questions.
eight nominations. Well, I was a big fan of Shadow of the Colossus. So God of War, another great game.
We're going to celebrate. I mean, you don't work 24 months, 72-hour weeks just to like sit in Vegas on your duff. We're going.
Your eyes are telling me that you might have partied a little bit already.
That was yesterday.
Well, I think people feel very passionately about music, and I think this urge to make music is something that most people feel very, very deeply, and I think that's something that we tapped into in this game, and people are really responding to it.
We didn't expect this at all. I mean, there's so many good products in that category, and I just totally surprised. So I'm not even thinking that far ahead. We're just going to go have some beers, play some blackjack, think about it for a while.
Guys, so Jade Empire, great game, well-deserved win.
Thank you.
So do you think that this occurred because, you know, Jade Empire in a lot of ways has stepped away from the traditional RPG? And do you think that's played a role in why you walked away with an award tonight?
I think we're really striving to actually merge the strong story and character that BioWare is known for with some really unique genre elements from other genres, like, for example, in Jade Empire, fighting game, action game. So we're seeing like the possibilities of actually putting those things together and getting something really cool as a result.
We thought this game was going to get killed. A year and a half ago, if you would have played it, it sucked, it was terrible. And the fact that here we are, I mean, it's nuts, man. It's like... It doesn't feel like we really belong here, and I'm sure you RE4 fans don't think we do, but I appreciate that. But thank you anyway.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think everybody here knows that their presence was sorely missed. I mean, we're all Capcom fans. My understanding is there's some kind of sort of joining the Academy or something that kind of gets your titles nominated, and for whatever reason Capcom wasn't doing that this year. So while we appreciate the award and we feel we may have won it on our own merits anyway, it does kind of suck not to have one of the best games of the year in competition with us.
Hey everybody, the panels are over, everybody's been sent home, we got a plane to catch, so we'll see you at GDC.